Okay, good evening, lovely viewers. It's an opportunity for our final and awaited program, the Knowledge City podcast. It's all about knowledge, seeking knowledge, and also diving into books that you wish to read, and meeting the people who are behind those books that have been written. With me here this evening, I'm so humbled, very, very humbled and excited at the same time. Is my father, my spiritual father. I've watched him since a little girl, and I've grown so beautiful to come and meet him. And he's not changed. He's a father of a very big heart. And we are going to dive into one of his favorite books, Dangers of Offence. So without much ado, I would like to introduce to you the renowned evangelist, Dr. Lawrence Tetteh. Dr. Lawrence Tetteh. Hi, Daddy.
Hi. Akofa, you're looking very nice, eh?
Thank you.
Is there a dress for the interview or?
Yes, specially made for this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Next time I have to do this, I have to get a specially made one too for an interview.
Yes, please. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you.
I have really busted you around to get you.
You have bullied me to be here.
I'm so humbled and it's so privileged, and I want to say God bless you. This is a lifetime gift you have given me, to be the first person to be on this show, to open it officially for me, and I believe that there's more in store for me.
Akofa, I've always got a passion that anybody we call our protege, when they decide to do something that is going to benefit the community, and especially something that is scripture based and biblical based, we should throw in our support. So I'm here not necessarily just because of you, but because of the passion I have to encourage people like you to excel and to channel your energies to the things of God.
Thank you very much once again, Doctor. Okay, so with this here book, I have read it twice, and I know what prompts the start of it, when you were in a flight and how a lady treated a waitress in a hostess. So I would like us to go into this book, tell us more about it. But first of all, if there is anything I've missed in your introduction, I'd like you to add it up before we start.
You have not missed anything. I'm a little bit sensitive about people being over-introduced. I'm Lawrence Tetteh. I'm an international evangelist.
Yes.
I'm your spiritual father.
Yes.
So you are my protege. I think that is about all.
And I want to take this opportunity to thank Mommy, because she opened the doors for me to come in at any time. So Mommy, I'm so grateful and I'm humbled. God bless you. Mrs. Barbara Tetteh.
She's watching the program.
She's watching us now, and I'm grateful for the privilege and the love. Thank you. So please, can we start with your book? So this is my special copy. If you can please show it to them.
Yes, I wrote this.
Yeah.
Akofa, my spiritual daughter.
Yeah.
Stay blessed.
Yeah, my special daughter.
The number is there too.
Yeah, but the number, please. So we'll fast go on it, and please, would like you to tell us why you wrote Dangers of Offence.
Akofa, to begin with, this is a story that became alive. I was traveling to Cameroon. I was on a plane at Charles de Gaulle Airport, flying through Douala to Yaoundé. The plane has delayed a little in Charles de Gaulle Airport in France, Paris. And in the first class where I was seated, I was privileged to be seated. It was only 5 of us there that day. But I was seated next to a lady who seemingly looked very gorgeous, very nice, very welcoming, greeted me nicely, and we sat and we virtually had a pleasantry. Then she said she wanted to drink juice.
Yeah.
The hostess goes into the cupboard and brought her juice. She sipped the juice and said, sorry, into her handkerchief, that she's allergic to pineapple juice. and that she wanted orange. The hostess left, and for almost 5 minutes, just within that confoundment, she was not coming. So the lady kept coming. I'm still waiting for my juice. So the lady came back again with the juice in her hands. And when she sipped it again, she noticed it was the same pineapple juice the hostess had brought back to her. She said, I told you I'm allergic to pineapple. Why do you keep giving pineapple? And the hostess goes saying, juice is juice. Anyway, madam, you can drink it or choose not to. And she got upset. She got offended. And in a split of a second, she lost her guts. She chewed the juice in the face of the hostess. The hostess walks into the pilot cockpit, showed them what has happened to her. The pilot comes out and said, we cannot travel with this mad woman. It was when she was getting out that it turned out that she was a very prominent person with the United Nations. Apparently, she was even traveling on a United Nations passport. And so, as we traveled that 9 to 10 hours from Charles de Gaulle Airport to Douala and to Yaoundé, I kept wondering what offenses can be and what it can do to man. So I started putting myself together, and as if God wanted me to write a book like that, which has become a bestseller, I started getting revelations. Then I realized that in Luke chapter 17, Jesus Christ made a conversation with the disciples. He said, it is impossible that you will not be offended. I said, be careful when you get offended, but offenses are traps of the enemy. As a matter of fact, he told the disciples that if your brother offends you 7 times 7 in a day and comes and says, forgive me, you should forgive them. Then apostles asked them in Luke chapter 17 verse 5 that if you want us to forgive our enemies, increase our faith. The biggest challenge we have in this world, everybody listening to me today, is offenses. Brothers are fighting brothers, friends are fighting friends, enemies, you know they are enemies. But there are some friends, when you have them, you don't need an enemy. And so that is how this book came about. And then I started getting revelations from revelation from revelation. As a matter of fact, when this book was made bestseller, I realized that God can take just a rhema to make a hymn.
Thank you. And surprisingly, when I met you, you don't know any story about me, but it was the first book you gave me.
Yes.
It's like God knew why he brought me to you, and maybe I needed to read this book and let go few things as well. Fast forward, in your other chapter, subtitles, you made a mention of the enemy's strategy to destroy.
Yes.
Can you please elaborate on that?
Dangers of offense have been the strategy of the enemy to destroy us. Homes are wrecked. People leave jobs because they are upset. People leave marital homes because they are upset. People leave friends because they are upset. And as a matter of fact, people kill because they are upset.
People even leave churches.
There are a lot of people today in prison who ended up in prison because they became offended and they did not have control. So it is a strategy of the enemy. It's a bait of Satan. Strategy of the enemy to destroy, undermine people's credibility and bring people back to nothing. And that is why I said it is the enemy's strategy to destroy. And if you read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, many men and women, regardless of their stature in society, have been destroyed. So are we also being destroyed today, because we get so offended, we lose sight of who we are. In the chapters that will be following, I started giving instances and stories and analogies that were very important that we could relate to our normal life, because offenses are traps and baits of the enemy.
Thank you very much. If you just join us, this is the Knowledge City podcast live. With me here is Dr. Lawrence Tetteh, and we are talking about dangers of offense. We would like to acknowledge our sponsors. It's powered by Merita DW, which I am the CEO of, and we have Hebel Company, Hebel Limited. They are into constructions and also civil engineering. And we also have Piano Bar, giving our crew food to eat. We have Tetteh Cosmetics. She gave me this beautiful makeup. She's a makeup artist as well. And Merita Collection also clothed me myself, which is also part of my brand. So thank you very much for staying. Continue to stay with us, because the conversation is getting more detailed, and then we are going to learn a lot why you have to forgive that sister, that brother that has done something that you are so pissed off, especially in our system of Christianity. I want to put it to you.
You are so peeved. You are so peeved. That word is not for this program. Okay. You are so peeved. Okay. So use that one. Peeved.
Yeah, peeved.
Peeved.
Peeved. So we have one common issue about a member leaving a church and then the pastor getting angry, or the member getting angry, not going to the spiritual father to say, please, this is this. They just walk away and they go, they don't keep quiet, forgetting that our men of God are also human beings, and they start to talk.
The thing is that offenses doesn't just cast ordinary men. Presidents are victims. Kings are victims. Great men and women of God are victims. Husbands have become victims. And wives have become victims. Unfortunately, fathers, children, and wives have also become victims. If we talk about offense, John the Baptist had an issue with Jesus Christ. Most accounts we receive in the Bible about prison. Peter in prison came out. Paul in prison came out. Most great men and women in prison, they came out. There was a miraculous way by which God let them come out. But John the Baptist didn't come out. Why? Because he was offended. When John the Baptist got offended, he lost sight of the very thing that he was supposed to have defended. Why did he lose sight? John the Baptist was biologically related to Jesus Christ.
Oh,
yes.
That's a deep revelation you've told me today. Please, how was he related?
Wonderful. John the Baptist's mother, Elizabeth,
okay, and
Jesus' biological mother, Mary, were relatives.
Oh, so they are cousins.
So they are cousins. So as a matter of fact, at the time when